Hi there, I'm Carolyn, Trichologist at Absolique Hair Health Clinic. Today we're going to talk about a much requested topic, which is hormonal hair loss versus pattern hair thinning. This is related to also birth control and other medications. So let's first start with hair loss. So hair loss is when hair is diffusely falling out all over the scalp, double the daily hair fall. So we lose between 70 and 160 hairs per day, every day. But when we have hair loss, something in our body has triggered it to fall out of the hair cycle. So what we have in our hair cycle is growing, resting, falling, growing, resting, falling. It's growing, resting, falling. It falls out because there is a new hair growing. That is normal. Now, when there's a disturbance in the body, and for women this is particularly stopping, starting, changing birth control, other medications can do this as well. It can disturb the hair cycle. So what it will do is it will push out the anagen growing hairs prematurely. The hair loss, double daily hair loss, will then appear to be 200 to 300 strands falling out every day. So what they have is what we call telogen effluvium. So your anagen hairs have pushed out into the falling phase. So now we have this diffuse hair loss. Okay, it will happen for 3 months after the cause, and it should be what they call self-correcting until the causative factor is removed. So if it was the medication, it will fix itself. Okay, now that gets really confused with pattern hair thinning. Now if you have diffuse hair loss, which is what we talk about here, it's happening diffusely over your entire head. It is not in patterns, it is not in patches. Okay, but if you have a thinner hairline, which we all naturally have, baby hairs and a hairline, you're going to notice it more here. But most people who reach out to me by email are talking about hair loss, my ponytails changes, hair in the shower, there's hair all around the house, everywhere, but my only concern is this front, that the front is thinning, my part is widening. That is something completely different. That is what we call pattern hair thinning. So we have female pattern thinning and male pattern thinning. Now what that is a miniaturization. So we get this DHT, dihydrotestosterone, comes in and it starts to squeeze and it miniaturizes our normal hair. It is not physical hair loss. You need to understand that. People get so confused and so scared of this pattern hair thinning, but it is not physical hair loss. It's the biggest point I want to get across today. Okay, so when you're changing your birth control, starting, stopping, thyroid medications are another thing. You've got anti-anxiety medications, depressions, antidepressants, all that stuff. It will disturb the hair cycle, but it's not triggering the pattern hair thinning. But then on the other hand, some of these hormonal type medications can also trigger pattern hair thinning, but that's a whole nother subject altogether. So the biggest thing is hair loss, when it's diffusely falling out, is more to do with something that has changed in your body. When it's happening, you need to reach out and check your blood tests. It generally happens when you have nutritional lows, which is why your hair cycle has responded this way. So we would look particularly for iron levels, ferritin, B12 and vitamin D is some of the main things that we check for. A moving thyroid, okay, if your thyroid numbers are moving around, it will also cause what we call diffuse hair loss as well. So hair loss is from the hair cycle being disturbed. Pattern hair thinning is not hair loss, it is a gradual miniaturization. So I can help you with both of those. The biggest thing I do is help you to understand what's going on, check your nutritional status, and we get your hair cycle back on track. So if you can relate to these things, please email me. It's info@absolique.com.au. But I can help people anywhere in the world. We're doing Zoom services and emails. Like, just reach out and I'll be happy to help.